You have to stop playing pubs if you can't win in zero build. That might sound contradictory, but let me explain. In this video, we're diving into why, if you're serious about leveling up your Fortnite skills, it's time to stop relying on public matches and start playing ranked in zero build. Ranked matches offer a higher skill ceiling and push you to improve at a faster rate. So let's break down the top 7 reasons why ranked is the better choice over public matches. Number 1. Play ranked to get better faster. I'm fully convinced that you can improve just as much from 50 ranked games as you can from 150 public matches. Think of it like trying to get stronger by lifting light weights repeatedly. It won't challenge you enough to truly improve. Ranked is that heavyweight training because it's filled with skilled players, not bots or casual opponents like in pubs. You'll face players who deeply understand game mechanics and strategies, which forces you to adapt and learn faster. The challenge may feel overwhelming at first, but tougher competition helps you develop better tactics, sharper aim, and quicker reactions. It's like jumping into the deep end. By the time you're comfortable, your skills will have reached a whole new level. Also, isn't it more satisfying to see yourself climbing the ranks over time, rather than just grinding for crown wins? Yes, you'll die quickly in some of your early ranked games, but each loss will better prepare you for the next match. Think about professional sports. A rookie football player in their first year with the main team will likely learn far more competing against the best than by staying in the junior league and playing against college level players. Sure, they could dominate at the lower level, but how does that prepare them for the big leagues? Number 2. Ranked as a faster time to kill. Another big difference you'll notice in ranked is the time to kill. In these matches, players know how to maximize their damage per second, resulting in much faster TTK. It's like stepping into the ring with a pro fighter. They don't waste time, and neither do ranked players. If you're not on top of your game, you could be eliminated in seconds, forcing you to improve your accuracy and reaction speed. This intense focus on TTK helps you get comfortable with high-stakes situations. Then, when you return to pubs after practicing in ranked, it feels like you have all the time in the world to line up your shots and play effectively. If there's one creative map that can drastically help you lower your TTK, it's Rapid Zero Build 1v1 by Bullseye. Sure, you'll sometimes get completely outplayed by better opponents, but as you face players closer to your skill level, you'll notice you're winning more fights and landing more of your shots. The rounds are quick, lasting only 5 to 10 minutes, and you face a new opponent each time. This variety teaches you how to adapt to different play styles, from cautious players to aggressive, sweaty ones. One match might pit you against someone who prefers long-range engagements, while the next might be against a W keyer, forcing close-range shotgun fights. The unpredictability of each encounter prepares you for a wide range of scenarios, helping you grow as a player. Ranked means more mistakes and more learning. One of the best ways to improve is by making mistakes and learning from them. In ranked, you'll make far more mistakes than in pubs, but each one is a valuable learning opportunity. For example, you might get caught in an exposed position, teaching you the importance of better positioning, or lose a high ground fight, making you realize the need to refine your movement and strategy. Over time, these lessons stack up, showing you what works and what doesn't. It's like learning to ride a bike. You might fall a few times, but eventually, you figure it out. For me, the biggest improvement came from learning how to minimize exposing my body during fights. I used to overcommit, staying in fights too long, which often led to getting eliminated. Now, I disengage as soon as my overshield is broken, retreating to fight another day. Every mistake is a chance to grow, and before you know it, you're playing smarter and winning more consistently. If there's one mode that punishes mistakes the hardest, it's the Zero Build Cups available throughout the week in the Compete tab. The most common ones are Victory Cup Solos and Trios Cash Cup. I've been playing a lot of these recently, and qualifying for the final rounds is incredibly challenging. These tournaments highlight your weaknesses because one mistake can end your game, and your total points directly reflect your performance. With a heavy emphasis on placement, they reward smart positioning and effective rotations. If you finish with a low score, it's clear what areas you need to improve before the next week's competition. Number 4. Mastering the art of avoiding third parties. Ranked is the perfect environment for learning how to handle third parties. One of Fortnite's toughest challenges. In ranked, opponents are quick to exploit any distraction. Imagine you're in a fight and suddenly a third player swoops in to take advantage. It's frustrating, but it teaches you valuable lessons. Over time, you'll develop strategies like choosing better cover, moving unpredictably, and quickly rotating to another area after grabbing loot. Managing these third-party situations improves your awareness and helps you multitask during intense moments. While it's tough to predict or prepare in advance for a third party, you can take quick actions to minimize the risk. For example, you could shield up immediately and escape with a shockwave grenade as soon as you notice enemy footsteps. Sometimes this might mean leaving behind great loot, but survival is more important. My videos are usually scripted with solo play in mind, so if you're playing as part of a team, third parties are not as critical since you have teammates to rely on. However, the next time you face these situations in pubs, you'll be much better prepared to handle multiple opponents with confidence. I'm curious, are you playing more pubs or ranked matches lately? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to tap that like button. If you're into zero build content, don't forget to hit subscribe. Number 5. Focus on your drops. Dropping in the right spot becomes far more critical in ranked, where early mistakes are punished heavily. Dying off spawn is one of the worst setbacks for your rank, sometimes costing as much as -9% in diamond lobbies for example. Ranked forces you to be strategic about where you drop, considering loot availability, player density, and rotation paths. Popular spots may offer great loot, but often come with intense early fights and frequent third parties. It's just not about where you drop though, it's also how you drop. Landing first in a POI and grabbing a weapon before anyone else gives you a major advantage. I've had plenty of matches where landing first led to easy eliminations on slower droppers in ranked. While you may not need a drop map for ranked, it can be useful if you're playing competitively. A good tip is to aim straight down towards the area with water, as they are usually at the lowest altitudes on the map. This allows you to deploy your glider lower than most players, helping you land first at your chosen spot. Over time, you'll identify the drop spots that suit your playstyle best, and starting each match with a solid plan will become second nature. This habit gives you a significant edge and makes dropping in pubs feel effortless. Number 6. Ranked forces strategic thinking. Playing in ranked is like high-stakes chess match where every decision matters. You'll find yourself carefully considering each move, whether to push an opponent, rotate early, or upgrade your loadout. In contrast, facing bots in pubs doesn't offer the same mental challenge. In fact, it can make you lazier during fights since half the time, you're just trying to figure out if you're even shooting at a real player. In ranked, if you push an enemy without backup as a solo player, you quickly learn the value of patience and calculated risks. As we mentioned earlier with third parties, in ranked, the goal is to earn as many points as possible. So why not take advantage of a distracted fight? Timing is key here. Attack right as one enemy goes down, and you'll end up with loot from 2 players instead of 1. This level of strategic thinking makes you a much smarter player. When you return to pubs, it will feel like you have a massive edge over your opponents. It's like learning to drive on a challenging racetrack and then cruising comfortably down on a quiet road. The intense challenges in ranked prepare you to stay calm and in control when the stakes are lower. Number 7. Pubs becomes easier. You'll notice the difference. After practicing in ranked, playing in pubs will feel significantly easier. Yes, we've touched on this point throughout, but it's worth emphasizing just how noticeable the difference is. I was genuinely surprised by how effortless pubs felt after dedicating time to ranked. I would estimate 90% of my games are in ranked and only 10% in pubs. It's like carrying a heavy backpack and suddenly taking it off. Everything feels lighter, faster, and more manageable. The skills you develop in ranked, handling tougher fights, making quick decisions, and moving strategically make pubs feel like a breeze. You'll find yourself winning more and playing with far greater confidence. If you're struggling to secure wins in pubs, the best solution is to spend time in ranked. It might seem counterintuitive, but it works. Each challenging game in ranked strengthens your abilities, and soon enough you'll be dominating in any mode. But it's not just about pubs versus ranked. Are you still wondering whether you should play build mode or zero build? I made a video comparing both game modes, and I'm confident it will convince you why zero build is the better choice. Click here to check it out, and I'll see you there.